Happy Monday, guys, and happy October. Wow. I don't know where everybody lives, but the weather like transformed the day after my wedding to cold. And it's been cold and rainy and nasty every day since. For all of those that are in Florida, know that you have definitely been in my prayers. And I know so many of you, I know Steph Grachek went down today with loads of stuff. And there are a lot of donating centers and stuff like that, you guys. So if you see anything that like different people that are raising money and taking supplies down south, pay it forward if you can, because it's definitely a brutal time. So for any of you guys that are down there, I'm really sorry. I think I'd like to see all of us get something together for our teams that are down there in Florida that may need some help. Like I said, Steph's raising some money and delivering supplies and stuff. But I'm going to talk to Lisa about how we can maybe get something organized for the Dream Team page specifically for those in our community that may need some help right now, and just anything that we could possibly do, right? So anyways, you guys, it's a brand new month, and we have I saw somebody post 94 days or something like that. No, wait, 90 something days till Christmas, and holy crap, we're almost at 2023. Wow, this year has gone by really, really quickly. And as we start off this month, credits, if you guys haven't noticed, credits have been loading on the 1st. Has anybody else noticed that? I literally didn't notice it in the past months, and Jackie and I were talking about it, and she's actually noticed the past couple months, but I definitely noticed it yesterday, or I mean on the 1st. I was like, whoa, okay, great. And to be honest with you guys, I had a really crappy September. I had a really crappy September, like ordering customers wise. So in fact, I'm going to be very transparent and tell you I did not sign not one customer in September. I had reorders, but I did not have any new customers in September. I had a lot of interest though. And I got on a lot of calls. I sold a lot of samples, and we know that sometimes when we are planting seeds, that doesn't mean those seeds are going to grow, because it is definitely a tough time. And for those of you guys that took the time to read my book that I wrote the other day on the Dream Team training page, I hope it made sense to you. And I hope that you will take to heart. Don't make any decisions on emotion, and just kind of thoughtfully think it through. It's hard times, right? So you're going to see people shifting, and you guys just wish people well and always support people, because you never know what people are going through. With that said, if you do decide to, move on or anything like that, just remember, love the people that loved you through your times. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And I wish everybody well. With all that said, let's move on. Before Lacey and I get started with the Zoom, I do want to share a couple of things that Jackie wanted to share tonight, but she was, like I said, she was flying, so she wasn't able to come on. One of the very first things was about the credits being loaded. And really last night, for those of you guys that are on Jackie's team or maybe tuned in, I guess she had her Zoom last night because she wasn't going to be on tonight, and like her team huddle that she does. And she actually had a big discussion about how to properly use her credits and how to utilize them throughout the month and so forth. And with this promo going on, sorry, I was like, I couldn't breathe. With this promo going on right now, I would really highly encourage you guys that utilizing your credits in the most beneficial way, like $15 back, like to use them for shipping, or $10 off or whatever, right? Like if somebody does like a certain size order, maybe like giving them credits that cover 10% or 15%, or something like that. And here's the reason why. When you tend to give people credits for $50 or $75 or whatever, right? They're only paying half the price of the product. So the next month, they're less likely to actually order. So you're in a much better position when utilizing credits to find out what somebody's budget is. First off, find out what it is that they are wanting to achieve, right? Especially now, you guys, you don't need to. I know in general, a lot of times people upsell, right? Because that's, you want to try to upsell for the most part. However, people are on a tight budget. Okay. So we know that. I mean, most of you guys are on a very, very tight budget right now as well. And even going to the grocery store, you guys, I literally got enough for 2 dinners today, for our family. And I got a few things like, a couple vegetables, a bag of potatoes. Like I'm really trying to be like wise about grocery shopping. It was still $150 for, like, that's crazy. So that people are having to spend more money, and a lot of times people are, they just have a lot less right now because stuff is expensive. I mean, a thing of milk is ridiculous. I saw a bag of chips for like $7.49. I was like, what? I'm so glad I didn't buy that. So I was like, what the heck? That's crazy. And so we want to make sure that we are really, really focusing in on what people need and what people want, because people are going to start cutting out the stuff that's not necessary. So we want to make sure that we are supplying people with the right things. And when we do that, they get to share the benefits and how that worked with it. And they're more likely to also, you guys, help your customers thrive for free. Now more than ever, help your customers learn to thrive for free, which means that how do you do that? Well, if you are checking in, right, you're following up. This is my number one suggestion for that is, first off, as soon as your customer gets a customer link, you make sure they know what their customer link is. Okay. For one, that's the first thing that you want to know. For two, you want to ask your customer when they get their products. First off, you've already asked them why or what they want to accomplish, right? And then when they actually get their products and they're trying them, you want to make sure you're asking them about like how they like how they're feeling. Are they noticing anything different? Because you want to make sure that you can adjust it, right? Their goal is to thrive for free. So help them articulate a post that they can put up to share how they felt before and how they're feeling now, so that there's a progression and people can hear it. So for an example, if somebody was telling you that they have like no energy and they're tired all the time, and that's what their main goal was, right? And you're following up with them and they are telling you now that they actually cleaned their house today. Well, guess what, you guys? Literally, that is a post in itself. Like, so many people are sitting there looking at a disastrous house because some people are down and depressed, and sometimes stuff gets let go. So if that person is up and they're moving, or they went for a walk today, like, celebrate that with them, have them make a post about it and tell people, hey, I gave this product a try. They don't even have to mention the product's name if they're not comfortable with it. But I gave something a try, and I'm sure glad I did. If you'd like information, like, let me know, right? And then when people start commenting because they too don't have any energy, and now, they love the way that this person's feeling, now you are going to help them by replying. Like, you're going to tell your customer, if you need help, I will respond for you, or whatever, right? Because you're going to talk to them first. And then you can go ahead and have conversations and help them out. Tell them that they're going to send the person a message or whatever. The person gets in the message, and then you say, hey, is it okay if I add Amanda into this chat, because she's the one who helped me get started on this, and she can tell you a lot more about the products to help you individually, right? Achieve whatever goal it is that you're trying to get, because that person might also be, not just tired, but maybe they're constipated. And I'm sharing that because I'm constipated and I need to poop, and I'm just being real. Okay. Like, I just sat in the bathroom for 10 minutes prior to the disaster of ripping off. And listen, that's why really it was right before I got home, and I said, Tim, I got to go bathroom before this Zoom. And then I walked into the bedroom and I had a bed full of clothes. So there you had it. And so what would we offer then? Well, guess what, guys? We have a lot of stuff, but really we have balance. Is just like, seriously, the cheapest thing right out of the gate, right? And we also have a fiber supplement, you guys, if you didn't know that. And that is, I can't even think what the hell the name of it is right this hot second. And it's in my closet and I haven't used it. Isn't that great? Because I'm being honest, and we order shit sometimes and we forget about it. And then we're sitting there talking like, well, wait, why am I not taking that? But for real, the reality of it is that you can offer these things to people if they tell you, like, I'm really struggling, I'm really bloated. I mean, you guys, I literally was just had a colonic, and one of the big things was, hey, you need to make sure you're taking a good probiotic. And I showed her my products, you guys, and absolutely, she was like, yeah, these are great. So I was taking, I showed her our lifestyle mix because it makes me have to go. And then I also showed her our balance. Now I'm rambling at this point, but you get my drift, right? So you can literally help somebody when you get in there. They might have just needed the energy. And yes, for me, I'm going to always recommend Black Label, and I'm going to recommend the women's capsules right out of the gate. But then if they're telling me that they want to lose weight, gut health, whatever, I'm definitely always going to suggest the 3 steps. But if that's not reasonable for them, get them on the women's capsules first. If they're wanting overall health, to feel better and have energy, and then you just kind of go from there. And then, you guys, you have good, better, and best. So offering 3 different options to somebody is always something that I was taught from the very beginning. And that gives people, what their budget is, what their goal is, and now you can give them some options, that framework. And don't think that you need to know everything right off the top of your head. And like I said, pull in somebody else, your upline, if your upline's not working, a sideline, somebody that can help you with those chats. Okay, let's move on to the next thing, because if not, you'll never hear from Lacey tonight because Amanda running her mouth. All right. Congrats to all of you that are thriving for free, and those that help the customers thrive for free. Remember to use your credits wisely. Oh, I didn't realize I already said some of this. Credits can be give discounts to your customers, especially your reordering customers. Okay. Like a suggestion, when I get somebody started and they tell me that they, maybe they signed up with a promo this month, I let them know ahead of time that I'm going to reserve 15 credits for them if they decide that they want to reorder next month. Since they ordered with a promo this month, like as a reward, right? The Lavelle does rewards, customer rewards, but as a reward, a thank you, say I get 150 credits. All right. And I already have my products, or we'll say I got 200 and something credits, but I only want to divvy out 100 of those credits because I also want to use credits to buy my products for that month that I need. So I have $100 to work with. That's 10 customers that I can offer cashbacks to, $10 each, right? Or I can break it down different. So reorders, new customer orders, whatever. I like to try to get the customers signed up whenever they throw a promo out, and then utilize my credit for my reordering customers as a thank you. You guys also, this is a good time for you to send out thank you cards, sending out an email, a text, whatever, just thank you and appreciating. And then also following up before their auto ship would be set to run. Or if you see that they turn their auto ship off, okay, they ordered last month, but they don't have an auto ship set up this month because they were afraid they'd forget to turn it. Follow up with them, see how they're feeling, and see if they want to get an order placed. And if they get an order placed, you have X amount of credits left to work with, right? That you can offer them to help them out. And maybe they don't need all 3 of the products. Maybe they just need 1 or 2, and you can work with them at that. And that's a great way to get some reorders with that too. Incentivize new customers. Also incentivize your referrals. Okay, so when I say new customers, you just help this customer and they're bringing some referrals to you. Utilize some of those credits to help those referrals get started, because maybe they say that they have a $40 budget, but the product's $50. And they know they're going to have, shipping and everything. So now you've just offered them $10. So you worked within their budget. I promise that is this damn lights. I'm so glad you guys know I have no filter. Share them with your team as well. So obviously that's harder when you are divvying out customers and to yourself. Like say you need that money, whatever, or you end up translating one of your checks to credits or however you want to do it. But you can also run just like I did 2 promos in a team chat and in my personally enrolled chat, putting out their goals. All right. Now I gave a little bit extra on the credits because I realized I had more credits to give. So I said, you know what? Put out your goals, you guys. And if you do, then I'm going to put you in a drawing for 50 credits. And so 2 people got 50 credits today. So I gave out 100 credits because they shared their goals, because I wanted to know what all their goals were, but also how they planned on achieving those goals. Like what did they want to work on this month? And you guys probably saw that a similar post that I put on the dream team. It's not just about saying, oh, I want to re-VIP or I want to get X amount of customers or this many samples out. Well, how do you plan on accomplishing that? So kind of creating those things. So rewarding your team for creating a plan, but also I like to do sometimes credits if somebody put out a challenge, like the first person to get 2 customers today, I'm going to give 25 credits, right? Because everybody's going to run. Everybody's going to try to get that. And 25 credits, they can either utilize for themselves or they could divvy those out, even 5 credits a piece. You guys, that literally starts to add up. So you can also do little prizes like that. Or if you have like some samples, send out a sample if you don't have any credits to work with. And then buy sample packs or products that you can also sample out with those credits. So sometimes you could get, say you have 75 credits in there, you guys, you can buy the set of sample packs. You can have 6 mini experiences to send, or 6 3-day mini experience that you can send out from your cloud office. With that said, you don't make any money off of those. All right. So you just don't, like you don't. So I recommend actually getting products that you can sample out, meaning, get Thirst or get Activate. You guys seen we just got Pure's back. So guess what? You can get Pure and send them a bottle of Pure to try because they're interested in trying it, but they didn't want to quite commit to it. But do little things like that for your team because they don't want to waste their money on something that they don't necessarily like. But maybe if they went and they got 10 free customer accounts today, you're sending out a bottle of Pure to somebody. And you guys, you see how you think smarter. about stuff like that. Because sometimes your team wants to order something, they want to try something, but they don't necessarily want to spend the money on it, especially because they're on a really tight budget. But if it's something that they like and they love it when they try it and they felt a difference with it, now next time they know that it's not wasting the money, that they're actually going to enjoy the product. So you're also going to be able to get customers that way. So a lot of customers, what's one of the objections that you hear from them is that I really would like to get this, but I don't know if I'm going to like it. Great. You can sell those samples, you guys. $5 for this or $5 for that, and boom, there you go. You're going to send this out today, and maybe you throw in, a little sweet card and a thank you for doing whatever. You guys go to a dollar store, get on, is it Sheen, or I don't know. I don't really order from that site. I don't even know how long it takes to ship, but I know you can get on Amazon and literally order like I got the cutest. If you went to conference this year, you got a bag that I got, and it just like I got a bag of pens, and I also had like these little notebooks, and it was super duper cheap, you guys. And I actually just gave one of the photographers, I just made her a little goodie bag as a thank you gift the other day, and I put samples in it. And I put these little cards that just say "You're amazing" in it, and a little a little notepad and a pen, because I always have a notepad and a pen in my purse. So those are little thoughtful gifts that people like. People like little things like that. So just another thing that you can throw in with utilizing your credits. And then, yeah, so that was the last thing that Jackie had to say. Wow, I'm long-winded. So as we get started in the month, I want you guys to know that, I saw in my team, now everybody's team's a little different. I saw growth from August to September. All right. And I just told you I didn't sign any new customers, but my team as a whole actually grew about 150,000 in volume the month, like from August to September. And now, while that might seem like a gigantic, huge jump, right? It is, but it's also in separate team and different legs. So while one team maybe grew, another team fell short. Please do not beat yourself up if you fall backwards. Okay. I can literally look at pretty much every face on this Zoom that has fallen backwards. Okay. Every single one of us has at some point in time. Some of us have fallen backwards in volume. Some have fallen backwards in rank. Some have lost all your customers and every single one of your promoters. Guess what? The beauty of a brand new month is that we all started back at zero, and we all get the chance to say, you know what, I'm going to change it. So for me personally, you guys, I'm focusing inward on my actions and what I'm doing. And I strongly encourage you to do the same, because you cannot attract people to you unless you are doing the work for yourself too, right? So please try to block out the noise around you and focus on how you can be the best version of yourself and how you can focus on helping other people. Because truly, at the end of the day, people need light. People need inspiration. People need to know that there is hope when the clouds are gloomy. I literally was having a conversation with a promoter. I don't want to say her name, but I reached out to her earlier today, and I was just checking in on her. And at the beginning of the month, especially if like somebody didn't tell me about their goals or whatever, I want to check in on them, and I want to see how they're doing. And I also want to make sure that they know that I've seen them. Like, I might not have reached out to every single one of you. I might not have talked to each one of you, but I knew that this person had some stuff going on, some life going on. So I reached out to her, and you guys, I literally wrote her a book. All right. Because she was having a really hard time just with a bunch of different things, some with business, some with personal life, some with whatever. Turns out, you guys, we have a lot in common. And so I just decided to spill the beans about my life too to her. And, I want you to understand some things that we talked about, being afraid to lose people. All right. And putting our wall up because of that, being afraid to make friends because you're used to losing friends, being afraid that people will quit or leave you in a friendship, or in business, right? But I want to, hopefully, this will encourage somebody on here tonight. I was in a 20-year relationship, marriage. Okay. And when I left my marriage, and I talk about this all the time on these Zooms. I mean, and I guess it's just a good thing to kind of use as an example. The money didn't matter. I left everything behind, material things behind. Okay. Because what mattered was myself and my girls, period. They can't be replaced. My mental health can't be replaced. I wasn't looking for a relationship at all. I just got out of 20-year hell, right? Not all hell. I don't want to say that. But I just got out of something I wasn't definitely looking. If I wouldn't have been open to a friendship, to having a conversation, I wouldn't be married today to my best friend. Okay. If I wouldn't have been open to the conversation to try these products, I wouldn't be here today, and all the people that I've had in my life. You can't let the fear, it's just like the Babe Ruth, you can't let the fear of striking out stop you from getting it. It's like, how, I don't know, I always mess it up. Okay. You can't let that fear of failing stop you from trying, or stopping you from allowing somebody in. Right. So don't be afraid to make friends. First off, don't be afraid to send that friend request to somebody. Don't be afraid to send a message to somebody that, hey, every time, let's see, Danyana, her sons have this ice stand, and man, okay, I reached out to her, was checking on her today, and I told her, I said, every time I see your little boys out there doing their ice stand that she ordered, like that they started, they saw their mom hustling and working. And you guys, she works in the school system, and now she's teaching teachers, but she's highly motivated. She has a clothing line. They've watched their mom be this entrepreneur hustler, right? And now these boys they have this pop-up little shop, where they're selling ice. Or Rain, okay, like she just had this huge community give back. You guys recognize people. And I'm not talking about just your team, your promoters, your customers. I'm talking about people in your timeline that are doing good things, and kind things, right? Let people know that you see them. Because sometimes somebody, especially if you're a parent, you can get in the cycle of going to school, or getting up every day, going and taking your kids to school, and coming home, picking up, washing clothes, getting dinner, going to the grocery store, whatever. And then it's time to go back and get your kids and come home, make dinner, wash dishes, get baths. Maybe you get it 5 seconds for yourself and go and lay down, go to bed. Right. And you get in that cycle and you lose yourself. There are so many people like that. In fact, I would probably bet most of you guys do not have friends that you see on a regular basis, because you are so stuck in the cycle of life. And that's okay, because guess what? Our kids are going to grow up, and then they're not going to be there. But if your kids are your why, right? Like my children are my why, like my business. The whole reason I came home was so that I could be with them, and I could spend time with them, and I could take them to school. And I was working 5-6 days a week, and I was missing them grow up. I was missing a lot of things. And there's other parents. So I did an example. If you want to go to my stories, you can go to my stories and you can watch it. I was literally, you guys, walking through my house doing a video in my stories. It was like 6 or 7 clips because it's only 20 seconds each. And I talk really a lot, obviously. And I was literally grabbing clothes out of my laundry basket to go put in my washer, showing people, talking about the business opportunity, the bonuses, literally that people could earn from $100, $200 to 200,000, whatever. I told people I'm not promising they're going to be a millionaire, but if they need grocery money, they need gas money, they need whatever, and they can manage to talk a little bit or introduce those products while they're washing clothes at their house, running around like a crazy person, like I exactly was. Like, literally watch my video and you will see what I'm talking about. They can do this business too. All right. It's that it literally comes down to just doing it. And I myself wasn't doing it for quite some time because I was like only focused on all the stuff. And Tim said something, to me the other day. He was like, you have to quit worrying about the things that are out of your control and you have to start focusing on just one thing at a time. And so I've really been trying to be diligent with that. And like you guys, I promise you, if you have been stagnant in your business, first things first, take an inner look at yourself at what you are doing. Please don't even talk about your team. Just focus on you for just one moment. Okay. Are you creating new relationships? Are you adding to your network? Are you reaching out to new people? Are you getting samples by intention? Are you even posting about samples? Are you talking about samples? Are you offering the opportunity to people? Are you showing before and after pictures to people? These are all things that you can control. You can't control somebody's yes. Okay. But you can control putting it out there. Almost every single time I talk in my stories about the opportunity, I get messages. Almost every time. So imagine if I just did a little blurb. And listen, Garyvee, how many of you guys have heard of Garyvee? Right? If you've been on YouTube, you probably definitely have heard of Garyvee. All right. He says, don't worry about your content as much as taking people. Like, if you're worried about like your content, take people on a journey. Take them on a journey with you. All right. Literally just take them on the journey. People just want to know like what you're doing. You don't have to be perfect, you guys. You don't have to have 20 posts a day. You don't. All right. You don't have to have, like, I know, yes, you want quality people. Okay. But try less focus of holding yourself back. Lacey, I am not shutting up. Okay. So I'm going to need you to interrupt me like I interrupt everybody else and talk. Thank you for saying that. Don't let the fear striking out keep you from playing it. Thank you, Andrew. And Andrew literally has that. Don't you have a sign in your room? Don't you have a sign somewhere? Where's he have that?
No, he just spoke on I feel like every Zoom he hops on and speaks on that's what he says. It's like his favorite.
I feel like he had a picture or something too. Maybe I was thinking, I don't know why I was thinking that, but yes, Andrew definitely has said that before. So thank you, Andrew, for that. But true, it's true, right? So Lacey, okay, I'm gonna shut up for a second and I'm gonna sit here and eat my icy so that you can talk and I'll shut up.
No, I just love you so much. I love hearing your voice. So I just sit there and I'm like, oh, Amanda, I miss you. Kaylee, I saw that you wanted to say something really quick. Did you still want to say something?
It was literally just, I ended up putting it in there. Pretty much if you're somebody who is, I mean, she listed off a ton of ways to leverage credits, but if you are somebody who like wants to see, if you search in the group, either credits or leveraging credits, a ton of ideas that I put in there will pop up. So just wanted to tell everyone that.
Okay. So I have, a different perspective on some things for a few different reasons. Some of you people know me, and some of you don't, but I've gone through cancer a bajillion times. I have 8 children. I've been through divorce, constantly in court, back and forth on both sides because we're double blended. And yay, we both married narcissists and then divorced them and now have to co-parent with counterparents, and it is like insanity. I have hit 200K and then lost it all, red-legged. Now my red leg is not red-legging because a bunch of people are leaving, and so that's been really fun. But I am also the queen of, if I have to go through it, one, I'm going to let God use it. Use it. If I got to live it, God, you're going to use it to grow your kingdom. My mouth is going to stay open and I'm going to keep talking about it because other people are going through shit and they need to know that they're not alone. And 2, I'm going to profit from it because there are nosy fucking Nellies out there. Sorry for my language. They are nosy. They want to know. They want to be all up in your business. And the more you give little snippets and you drop and you tell them whatever, they're going to stay in your feed and they're going to keep your algorithm going. So I just wanted to touch a little bit because I'm not scared about talking about this, guys. People leave. Like, they leave. You don't know what they're going through. And it's lots of different reasons. It's not always, very black and white. Like, something's going on in their life that they're missing. And for whatever reason, they feel like they need to make a drastic life choice and just switch it completely up when, maybe you need to make a drastic life choice, or maybe you just need to leave your house and start talking to real people. Maybe you need to join a gym. Maybe you need to get a part-time job so that you're not sitting in your bedroom all day long. Like, we have just come out of a huge pandemic where we were locked in our house for like 3 years. Like, we need human connection. For me,
I'm sorry, I gotta say this. And I just want everybody to know, Lacey and I made that decision on the exact same day. Okay. So please know we are not like in any way bashing. That's what she's saying is like, literally, like, people have stuff going on in their lives or whatever. So please know, like, shit happens sometimes, right? But also on the other end of that, all right, Lacey, now you say, yeah, also look at yourself, right?
Oh, 100%. Like, you have to look in and be like, what is going on with me? Like, what is going on? Why do I feel this way? You have to be introspective. You have to look at what you're doing. You have to look at why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. I wasn't getting to events because we weren't allowed to get to events. Guess what? I fill up myself by getting to the getaways and by going to locals. Guess what I've been doing this year? Getting to in-person events. Okay. I fill up by getting on these Zooms. Guess what I stopped doing? Getting on Zooms because I was feeling in a funk, and then I allowed myself to drown further. And for whatever reason, we just start putting the very thing that is going to provide us the freedom and the vessel to get to where we want to get next in life. We put it on the back burner. Why do we do that? I don't know. We're human. It's insanity to me. But anyways, if you're feeling, and I don't blame you for this, but the only reason why I have a different perspective on this is because I've been in network marketing for over 10 years. People have questions about why you were so successful. You were doing so well. You sang your company's praises. You said it was the best out there. Why are you leaving? People are so hungry for gossip. People are so hungry for that jaded, scorned story of like, yeah, let's talk shit. So smart people are gonna play on that. And I don't get offended by it. I don't get offended by it because it's a hustle. And I know it's not true. I know it's not true because I know who I am. I know the leadership that I've aligned myself with. I know the team that I've aligned myself with. I know the comp plan I've aligned myself with. I know the corporate team I've aligned myself with. So I know it's bullshit. So I unfollow. I don't hate on that person. I don't talk shit about them. I don't block them. I don't unfriend them. I still love them the same. I'm not going to be mad about them trying to do whatever the F they want to do over there. Okay. So like I can live my life and just be like, you do you, whatever. The second thing is, you know, let's be 100% real. People are jumping ship because they're following a leader that is promising to build them. And they're tired of the hustle and they just want really easy money right now. And I don't blame them because easy money seems appealing right now. We're in a recession. Everything is 5 times more expensive than it should be. It's really hard when you are living as a single mom, as a one income household, as a blue collar family. You have multiple kids. Maybe you're paying child support. Maybe you're not receiving the child support that you should be. Life is going on, emergency rooms. You don't have insurance. Somebody broke their leg. You need money. Christmas is coming up. I can see why somebody would fall if they are in that funk mindset. They're not plugging in. They're not doing what they need to be doing. They're letting people get into their mind. And then all of a sudden, somebody's like, here's this golden ticket. I'm a super enroller. I've got to put them somewhere. I'm going to put them under you if you sign up right now and you'll be my top. I can't blame them for that. But it's bullshit. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if they weren't top enrollers here, they're not going to be top enrollers there. And if they weren't putting in the work over here, they're not going to put in the work over there. And yeah, it might be a good couple months, but it's going to die real fast. And you are going to be desperate and you're going to be lost and you're going to feel stupid. And then you're going to get to a place where this pride hits and you're going to feel like you can't come back. Please 100% come back. You're always welcome. But if you're feeling that way, I just want to take that smoke screen off. It's not, guys, it's not real. It's not real. We've seen it a million times. They're going to hop to 5 different companies within the next 6 months. We've seen it time and time and time and time again because they're doing it the wrong way.
I want to add to that real quick because I want to address some things that people have said to me that have reached out to me. Okay. Amanda, why are they having so many promos? This is like a flashback of X, Y, and Z company that I was in that I have PTSD from. Why are there promo after promo after promo? I'm going to tell you why there's promo after promo after promo. It's because we are going into a recession. Okay. Period. End of story. That's what that comes down to. Why is Paul and Jason not traveling and getting to the events like they were? First of all, Jason never liked going to events, okay, except for like the getaways and things like that. For God's sakes, he went under Simon when he came on board. Paul was traveling nonstop when I came in almost 6 years ago, all right? Paul has children, you guys, young children. Paul lost his father and his mother. I don't know how many of you guys knew that a couple years ago. Back to back. Paul chose, and rightfully so, because when you build a business, eventually you want other people to go and do the things that you were running to do. Okay. Paul chose to be able to spend more time with his family. Isn't that ultimately what we all want, right? Not to be hopping on a plane and traveling nonstop. Why did Drew leave? because he decided to get a different job because he had a baby and he didn't want to travel all the time. I don't know. That's not for me to know. Okay. Life, whatever. Why? It's not just I've had this one too. Jason and Paul post about their cars and flashy items. You guys listen. People are going to post about Louis Vuittons. People are going to post about their vacations. All right. Meanwhile, somebody else doesn't have grocery money and they don't have rent money and they're losing their home. Those same people that posted about their cars, they were posting about their cars before, but you were fine before. So you weren't paying attention to that before. When we're struggling, we tend to look at things that people are posting and be like, they're shoving this in our face, or, you know, they're doing whatever or whatever, right? People are forgetting that they literally gave every single one of us the opportunity to earn a $200,000 bonus. Every single one of us the opportunity to earn that bonus at a very hard time. All right. So please stop focusing. New companies are always going to use the wording of it's better over here or whatever. Right. So like, I want you guys to know, like, if you are trying to grow a business, are you going to post about I mean, what are you posting? You're posting about how excited you are about your products, right? You're posting about how excited the opportunity is, right? When somebody leaves, it creates a, and the opposing viewpoint of this is that they say that it's a scarcity mindset, but really, you guys, it's not. They're trying to create a fear, all right? Why are top leaders leaving? You guys, when do you know the last time that person was even ranking? Just because they earned, Lacey just told you, she was 200K and she had lost it. Like, you know, like it all went way down, right? You guys, you don't know what's going on. Just because somebody has a certain rank that they've hit, that doesn't mean that's what their paycheck is. It doesn't mean that they don't have a whole lot of life going on like me. Like that was going on with me the past couple of years. All right. That doesn't mean that they literally are just in a different place in their head right now. And they fell in love with a different product too. People leave because of that. People also leave because of, and this whole Zoom wasn't meant to be about like people leaving, but it is a very real thing. For you to understand that, yes, some people are paid. It's a very dirty side of the industry, and I would never join any of the companies that offered me money. Okay. And I'm not going to list those companies, but they're definitely, let me just put it this way. If you go back on the people on those companies, I guarantee you, because I've done it and I've looked, you're going to find out that most of the people that joined, the big leaders, are no longer here or no longer with those leaders anymore at that company. Okay. Because what Lacey was just saying, and that was the same for Lavelle, you guys. When I came to Lavelle, there were people that joined me because I was a leader in my last company. You know what those people did when they came here? Nothing. They didn't know anything because they weren't working there. So guess what? They didn't grow here either. So it literally, if you don't love the products anymore, or you don't love the people or the community or whatever, your checks are down. Okay. But are you enrolling? Are you signing people? Are you talking to people? Sure. When you join a new company, you're going to be offering a new product that people maybe didn't see. So yes, you are going to have that initial boom, but you still are going to need to grow your network to continue to sign those people, to continue to sign more promoters, to continue to whatever. Before you ever join something, before you ever join anything, okay, go back and make sure you do your homework. All right. I'm telling you guys this, please listen to me. Do your homework on the success of the team that you are joining. All right. Make sure you do the homework on the products and the results that the customers are having. Do the homework. Make sure you know what you're getting into. Understand the compensation plan. If you do not fully understand the compensation plan with Lavelle, and you have had people placed underneath of you, your checks will probably be crappy, really crappy. Okay. If your volume is high, but your checks are low, ask yourself about your own enrollments, your personally enrolled enrollments, your personal customers. Okay. Most likely, if your checks are very low, but you have a higher volume, you don't have very much enrollment, or your volume is lower in your organization. Okay. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. I haven't had somebody go VIP 800 for a long time. I'm just being straight up with you. And the reason why is because I wasn't recruiting and I wasn't being consistent. My focus was so unfocused. Okay. And because of that, and to be honest with you, I didn't believe I could do it anymore. And that's a hard truth for me to share with you guys. I didn't believe in myself because I had had so much self-doubt put into my head because of what I went through in my divorce that nobody was seeing or knew. In this last year, you guys, if I told you all the things that I've had going on, you would not even you would be like, how did you show up every day still? Because there's not been a day that I've not showed up. Okay. And I want you guys to understand, like, we have the opportunity to help so many people. And there's always going to be a new company. There's always going to be new products. You are always going to still need to learn how to network. You are still going to need to, what Lacey was talking about, you're still going to hit that wall. Eventually, that supply that originally came in, just like your warm market, is going to dry up. And you got to get new. I'm sorry, Lacey. I interrupted.
No, and it's just like, so how do you get past it? How do you get there? How do you get this mindset? How do you get out of that funk? And for me personally, like, you've got to start. So when I first joined Lavelle, it was in 2017. There were, 5 of us that joined all at the same time, and we were just building and fire and just going right off of each other or whatever. Over the years, things have dwindled, people have changed, personalities have changed, so much life has happened that, it's like there are people like Stacy and Amanda that I am like forever kindred spirits. Just our souls are attached. I'm never going to fall out of love with them. It is just magic. And then there are other people where it's like, their leadership style doesn't appeal to me anymore. Like, we're not clicking. Our personalities don't vibe anymore. I don't, it's like we just don't mesh, and that's cool. So now you're not building off of them. You're not firing each other up. You got to find, and it's cool, and this is fine, find new accountability partners. If you're not vibing with the people that you were vibing with before, there is so much new leadership out there right now that are doing insane things. And what I have been doing lately is the people that are hitting their re-ranks, I'm really tuning into them, and I'm following them, and I'm watching their stories. What are they posting? What are they saying? What words are they using? What is their outlook? What are their big 5? What are their big 5 that they're really honing in on, that people are clicking right now, they are just really reaching people right now on what they're honing their skills onto, and I'm mimicking it. Not copying it, but I'm mimicking it. I'm finding ways in my life that I can incorporate that. What does their social media look like? I'll tell you what, Thrive is in literally everything that they're doing, whether they're talking about the products, the business, or the lifestyle in some way, shape, or form. Thrive is their life on social media. It is incorporated in everything that they do. This is your business, guys. This is your job. This is your income. Okay. It doesn't have to be everything, but it's got to be a big part. It's got to be a big chunk. And depending on how you're running your business, for me, it's only social media. I have 8 children. I barely leave my house. Okay. It's social media. I use social media as my vessel to bring in my income. And it's constantly changing. So guess what? I have to constantly be changing. My content has to constantly be changing. I have to learn reels. I've got to jump on TikTok. I've got to do some silly things. I've got to look like an idiot. But guess what? People really are drawn into that.
Yeah.
My life is so hard.
Absolutely. That's the thing. What Lacey just said, please take that, you guys. People want to know. If you just showed up all of a sudden as perfect and had all your shit together, people are like, I can't do that. But if you take them and you show them how you did it and how you learned it and how you I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to just keep showing up until I figure it out. Right. Like I learned everything I know, you guys, literally from Zooms, YouTube, Google. I don't know how to do reels. Go watch some reels. Go watch Angela Baby. You want to watch stories like literally Twin. Okay. Here's the thing. Twin, I love you. Okay. I had a good conversation with Twin today too. Right. So I go to Twin's Instagram. That's where I know Twin mainly builds from. All right. Clear as day. I can see what she's all about. I click on her stories. That's what it's about. I go to Angela Baby's page. Clear as day. She's taking you on a journey. You know what she loves. Same with Jackie. Right? So I realized for me, you guys, I mean, I did an inventory on my social medias and I said, well, shit, people don't even know what the hell I do. They know I'm in Thrive, but it doesn't look like I'm promoting. Like it doesn't look like I'm excited. It looks like I'm sending a lot of mixed signals, to be honest with you. Like I did my own personal inventory. So you got to get a game plan. Where are you going to focus at? Lacey said she does hers on social media, right? And I know, Lacey, you've been doing a lot of lives because Lacey knows that her connection is key for her, right? She is a connector, and that's how she draws people to her, is through her stories and who she is, right? Maybe you don't do stories or whatever, right? Find something that you can focus on where you can connect with people and stick there, right? Stick there and put your energy there. Maybe it's lives, maybe it's posts, maybe it's whatever. But realize that people, if you're only in stories, people maybe aren't even looking at stories, right? So know that you're not going to get the same results as the person that is posting on their page and in stories and in reels, right? You don't have to be perfect. Just start, do an inventory saying, am I putting this out there? Am I making those connections? All that stuff. And don't compare yourself to the other person beside you. Okay. Because you're going to get different results. Like I am literally, I called myself out. I was throwing mixed signals. It's like, people didn't know if I was single, I guess, like if somebody's like single or married, like people didn't know I was married in my previous marriage. I don't ever want there to be mixed signals. I want people to know when they go to my page that I am happily married, that I am taken, that I love my husband, and that there is no in, right? So same thing when it comes to your business. Like when people go to your page, They know that you love your business. They know that you love your opportunity. They know that you started this because of this, and this is what you want to help other people accomplish. They know that these are what your products do. You've made a clear statement of what that is, right? Because if you don't put it out there, they don't know. So you can't grow. You can't grow if it's not out there. So find something that you are excited about. Okay. I want to know right now, every single person, I'm going to draw 2 winners. Okay. So you got to participate in order to get it. All right. I want to know what makes you excited, but don't put an answer yet, that you are doing every single day and you're putting it out there for everybody to see. I want to know. I want to know. What are you excited about? It's taking people a minute. You know why it's taking people a minute? I hear people typing. That's Lacey's typing. But no, for real, guys. The number one thing, all right? Spreading positivity. Spreading positivity, all right? All right? I'm going to read these to you guys. I'm not going to read them all out. I'm not going to read them. Spreading positivity out every day, because we're not doing it every day. Exactly. Excited to help others see positive instead of negatives. Right now, posting about the opportunity, the chance to earn a bonus, first time, help me and my husband earn best. Annie, it's about the opportunity, the chance to earn a bonus for the first time to help me and my hubby earn 4K. You hit the nail on the head. Are you doing that every day? What are you talking about? The opportunity, right? My family's
well, and how do you use that as a way, like, okay, you say spreading positivity. Well, how I do that is I'm like, guys, you have to be a professional storyteller. Okay. You really have to invite people into your life. And so much crazy ass stuff happens to me. I'm like, holy crap, am I in like a soap opera? What the hell kind of life is? So you have to share that and be like, listen, this literally just happened to me. Put me in a funk. So how did I combat? Well, I went out and I bought somebody a coffee. You want to know why? Because I had to combat it. So you have to tell your story and share a little bit, but then also give people the answer to how you continue to keep going on, and how you continue to keep having that light, and how you continue to keep having that positivity. And I always say, guys, it's a whole lot of Jesus in my thrive. A whole lot of Jesus in my thrive. And it's funny and it's silly, but people connect to that. And then you say it so much that they're like, okay, what the hell's thrive? Like, I know who Jesus is, but what's thrive? So you always got to connect it back to something. You can't just say, keep sharing memes, which I am a meme person. If I connect with something, I'm like, share to my story. You will see a whole bunch of shares. But you have to give somebody a reason to why they would choose you. Why would they choose you? Why would they buy your product? Who are you? What story are you telling? And it doesn't even have to be serious, guys. It's not that big of a deal. Like, get on there and be silly. Get on there and be goofy. Talk about what you're doing. Share your real life, your real house. Something that's really big right now is people seeing like real houses, because not everything is $1 million, and people want to know what real kitchens and real mess looks like while you're raising children. The one post that is still going viral right now for me took 5 seconds to film. I made a sandwich for my toddler because he said he was hungry. And then I ate a chocolate pumpkin Halloween Reese's, and he refused to eat the sandwich. And so I made a reel panning from him to his sandwich back to him. put a good little sound bite of music on it, and it's thousands upon thousands of people are following that. It took 5 seconds. So everything is content. Everything.
So you guys look up Trend Talk. Okay. There's free apps. Like you look up different things. All right. When it comes to Reels and when it comes to TikToks, there are trending sounds. All right. Go and search that. You can just even type in, you guys, people literally are giving tips on this stuff every single day. Samantha Smith. Are you in my downline here? Yeah. Yes. Perfect. Okay, great. Because I was going to figure it out. If you weren't, I was going to figure it out how I could send you some credits. She had excellent for what I was asking. She said, for people to follow me on my fitness journey, hopefully it'll motivate them, okay, who lack the confidence. You guys, that's right there. Drawing people into her fitness journey that she's on, okay? That's how she's attracting people. That's how she's introducing them to the products in the opportunity. All right. That's the connection that you guys have to realize. Like Lacey was saying, she brought this, with hers that is going viral. Literally, you guys, Lacey, like, did you have a DT on or anything along those lines in that video? Or maybe probably not, didn't, probably weren't thinking about that. But still, if people follow her because she's funny and they caught this and this was a viral TikTok, they're more likely to watch her now. Because I like people and I hit follow if somebody makes me laugh or I catch their live or whatever. So entertaining, inspiring, and educating people, right? Somebody else said, hold on. Where was it? I wrote about this earlier. I'm not excited about anything. I have been doing and starting to figure me out again. Guess what? Take people on that journey with you. People want to go on the journey with you.
Because they relate to that.
Yes, exactly. People relate to that. So basically, you guys, I'll tell you what. I don't know how I can do this, but I'm going to figure out a way I can freaking do this on the Dream Team page, okay? I want to help each one of you guys, like every single one of you, and those guys that have been around me for like 6 years, you know how crazy I am sometimes about stuff like this. I want to help you. Now I want you to tell me, I don't even want you to focus on 5 things. I'll scratch that for today. Okay. I want you to tell me what is the number one thing that you love about Thrive. Okay. I want to know who you are, what you're about, why you are doing Thrive. Okay. Why are you doing Thrive? Basically, that's the question I want to know. Why are you thriving? Because why you are thriving, if you are not conveying it to people, then you are shorting them the opportunity to get what you just got. All right. How can you get that into people's hands? All right. Like Twin, you can tell she's a social butterfly. Because my gosh, when you go to her page, that's all you see her out having fun and a blast. And you see me in my pajamas with my hair on my ponytail, like might have some makeup on, but I'm normally in my bed and in my pajamas. And believe it or not, I talk a lot, but I'm actually a homebody. And Lacey will tell you because she was my roomie and we will sit in our beds and chit chat. Okay. Real talk. It is. But seriously, you guys, you want to bring people into the journey. So, and Jenny, trust me, we see you stepping up, girl, and you are very appreciated. Very appreciated. Oh, okay. Here's another one. I offered to buy some crackers for coworkers, Mom, because they didn't have some money. See, you guys, that's good stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm taking up so much of your guys' time right here. I'm excited about helping people by giving them something positive to look forward to, even if it's just vitamins, because the way the world is these days, it's kind of hard to spot positive. It's true. It's absolutely true. Your pain points. I'm sharing this out loud, you guys, because I want the energy. It's the basic things. Thrive has given me enough money to play, interact with my kids. That about made me cry. There are so many people. I was doing good, you guys, but it takes me back to whenever I couldn't pay my daughter's lunch bill when she was in 4th grade, and she didn't really understand. She just knew she couldn't get lunch because I would stress, make sure you take your lunch with you. I don't ever want people to have to live through that. My county has had for the past few years, like, they've done free lunches for everybody in our county. And but there are a lot of people, you guys, that don't have that. And maybe their parents lost their job, or maybe their parent died or got sick, and whatever might have happened. Or maybe their parent is taking care of their parent because they're dying of cancer. That's real shit for me. That's all happened to me. Everything I just said to you has happened. And I want you guys to know that at the end of the day, every single business, somebody has a job to do. If you are running a social media online business, you have a job to do. And your job is to help people achieve their goals, okay, that they need to hit, and to help people create the income that they need to provide. Okay, they've got to obviously match their efforts with their needs. If they want to provide a full-time income, then they have to work this, right? Like, think about it starting out at a minimum wage job. All right, you get started and you start here. If you want to make more at that job and you want to promote to a team leader, okay, at that job, well, you got to show up. You got to do your job correctly, and you have to do it efficiently. You're not going to show up late all the time and not clock in, or take extra smoke breaks all day long instead of doing your job, right? Like, you're actually like showing up and you're a good employee, and then you're going to get a raise and you're going to get promoted. You're going to be the person that gets promoted over the person that doesn't, right? What about now you want to become an assistant manager? Well, you've proven, because you're willing to come in and do some overtime. You're willing to take on training people and stepping up the role as a preceptor, and you learned how to do more positions in that job. Okay, so now you got a pay raise and you got a promotion. Now you want to be a store manager. Well, you got that store manager job because you are the most accountable person there. You're the one who's showing up, opening, you're making sure you're doing the schedules. You're also taking all the complaints from customers. You're putting up with a lot more bullshit. Okay. But you've got more job duties to do now. Your job duties just tripled, quadrupled. Now you want to be the director of the region. Guess what? Now you got even more job duties that you got to do, and you got to show up in more ways, and you got to learn more skills. Same thing with this business. If you don't ever change the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, okay, with how you share the opportunity, presenting the products, and it's not just making a post about the products, like, what are the products doing? Because at the end of the day, people don't care about a picture, people care about the results. Before and after pictures, your journey, taking them on that journey with you, offering the opportunity, telling people, you guys, when you start a new job, you want to know how much you make, right? So guess what? go for VIP 400. This is how much you can make straight up. This straight up. Now they can make a little bit more, but you know they're going to get credits and you know they're going to get a paycheck. So make that their very first goal. How do they do that? You got to share about the products, share about how it made you feel, share about the opportunity, right? Because you need one promoter and one customer and $400 in sales. Do the training. If you are somebody right now that has never watched the training, do yourself a favor and go watch the training. If you are somebody right now that has not signed a single customer, I want you to find one person that you just go to Facebook and type in fall bonus earner. Just type it in. Go stalk the person that earned it. All right. I'm being serious. Like Lacey said, okay. She has been watching the people that are hitting the rank advancement bonuses. When I came in, you guys, almost 6 years ago, that's exactly what we did. We didn't know how to find sample posts. So we typed in 3-day samples. We typed in mini experiences. We typed into the search engine. Guess what? You see a post got 35 hits on it. That's the post you want to go to and check out. Shape it up, change it into you. All right. Like, don't say you got a kid named Sally if you don't have any kids. All right. Like, for real, make sure that you are doing those things though, but get yourself a simple list that you can stick to and then make it happen. Don't focus outside of what your goal is. And what I mean, and we touched on, I hope people didn't take this whole Zoom as being about people leaving and da. No, the reality of it is that shit has to be talked about. And in my last business, it was like swept under the rug. And the reality of it is that there's always something going on. Okay. And I'm damned if I do and damned if I don't, if I talk about it, or if I don't. Listen, you guys, there may be a day that I have to leave. I decide I leave LaBelle. Do I ever want to leave LaBelle? Absolutely effing not. Okay. And I pray to God that day never comes. I pray that day never comes, because I'll tell you what, I would give every single penny away. My team and the results that I've had from the products is what keeps me here, not the paycheck. And I am dead serious about that, you guys. I literally have given almost every penny of money that I've ever made with LaBelle away. Don't be me on that one, okay? Because it wasn't all to my team, but those of you guys that have been on my team for the last 6 years, I've given over half of what I've made, like well over half of what I've made away. And I want you guys to understand, it has to be more than about your paycheck. And don't get me wrong, your paycheck is what pays the bills. But if you want to change lives, it has to be focused on making other people's paychecks too. All right. And changing other people's lives. And I take relationships very seriously. So if you ever see Amanda leave, just know there had to have been something really bad shit, because I don't want to go nowhere and I don't want to leave my team and I don't want to ever go take in the product. So I'm just saying, okay, like that's just the reality of it. Because yeah, that's what it comes down to. And I want people to know, like, that's what it is. And yeah. And you're not wrong. If this isn't for you and whatever, it's okay. If you don't align with things, it's okay. But I'm just telling you, like, what somebody else loves or what somebody else hates, somebody else loves. That's just like we all use different toilet paper and different shampoo and conditioner and everything else. But for me, I love my people.
Well, and it's just like I laugh about it because I'm, it's like it's a business. I don't call myself a life. I'm not a lifer with anything besides
Mhm.
Jesus and my family. But so like the hurricane things. Well, I used to live in Charleston, South Carolina, and we did not care about hurricanes. We never evacuated unless the Coburg cow got taken down. If that Coburg cow got taken down, we were like, oh shit, we better board up our windows. Amanda is my Coburg cow. If Amanda isn't leaving and Amanda isn't worried, then I'm like, fuck it. I'm ignoring it. So it's like you just have to be confident in you, and you have to be confident in your people, and you have to be confident in your products, and everything else going on around you. It's distraction, and it's totally okay if that is fucking your vibe up, if that is messing with your head. Unfollow it, dude. You're not locked in. If a leader is making you feel weird, don't follow what they're doing. It's cool. You're not locked in. Nobody is handcuffing you to anything. Try new things, find new leaders, follow the light, get by that fire, do something with it. And if it truly is not aligning with you anymore, like you're not in a cult, guys. We're not like, you're not obligated to anybody here. We want you here. We think it's the best, but it's like, if it's not for you, it's not for you. And whatever, I still love you regardless. That's all, that is what we are about here. And that's another reason why it's like, I will forever be by Amanda's side, because she doesn't hold me hostage, and she doesn't tell me what I have to do, and she doesn't make me feel obligated or forced to do anything. And so I'm like, well, you're my bestie, boo. I'm with you.
But I want you guys to also know something too, and this is important, and then I'll shut up and I will hit the end and hit the record but whatever. And I get this. I messed up last week's recording, you guys. That's why I didn't get posted. I'm really sorry about that. But I'll hit the button and get the damn thing up this for you. Because it did record. But I want, and this is probably one of the biggest things. Please always do things the right way.
100%.
Okay. Because the reason why some of you guys haven't been around very long, or some of you guys are not on my team or whatever, okay, I mean, you don't know this, but my leader, like all the leaders, and I say my leaders, I don't own anybody, okay, you guys. But when I say my leaders, it's because they were there for me when I needed them. Okay, it's a very important lesson that I learned from my first business, that I didn't know how to lean on people or allow other people to kind of step up when I couldn't do it all. All right, because I'm a do it all person, and I had to learn how to like let go of some of that, and do things the right way. My leaders know I don't go for the bullshit. I don't go for the cheating. I don't go for the shortcuts. I do things from the heart, and I do things real that can be duplicatable, and that when a bonus ends, everybody's not going to just fail and fall apart because I paid for them to get it. Okay. Do things the right way, or it'll backfire in your face. It will catch up with you when it catches up with the people that feel shafted. And don't you ever take somebody else's enrollment. Okay. If a promoter brings somebody to you and you do a 3-way chat, that person signs them. You don't ever sign them. Okay. You don't ever, I don't care what deal you've got, you don't ever sign them. So do things right. Do as you would want done to you. Be a good person. Believe in yourself. Lean on the people that light your fire. If you're in around negative people, you guys, people bitching, complaining every single day, there's some new blow up and problem. At some point, you have to distance yourself from that, or you will get sucked in.
Yeah, you're the average of the 5 people you keep closest to you.
Yeah.
The 5 people you keep closest to you, you're going to mimic exactly what they do. And it's way easier for somebody to pull you down than for you to pull them up.
And you
You
should
build
never be the smartest person in the room.
all Nancy's, you are going to be a negative Nancy. 100%. There is no exception to that. You have to surround yourself and align yourself with the people that are living the life that you want to elevate yours to. You have to.
Yep. And I'm just gonna say, don't take business advice from people that don't even have, like, they're not working their business, they're not doing the business, they have no track in the business, they can't teach you anything, how to grow the business and so forth. Okay. Literally.
And I know that's hard to tell sometimes because social media is a highlight reel and it's really hard to tell what is truth and what is smoke and mirrors. But if they've never spoken at a conference and they've never walked on that stage, I mean,
and listen, and it's not even just that. It's like, if they're not like stepping in as leader and helping. Okay. I'm telling you right now, like Jenny, she's not spoken on stage and she's not like done that. But let me tell you what, man, that girl's running the show.
oh, for sure.
Right. So it's like, I didn't want that whole thing, which she
No, I just
get it confused. I'm saying, like, if somebody's been around for like 20 years, you guys, and they've not ever promoted at all, okay, then they are literally stuck in management mode.
yeah, something weird's going on.
Something weird is going on. So I'm saying, like, please, guys, pay attention to who you're surrounding yourself with. And if it's all complaints and it's all negativity, snooze, and just, you don't have to leave the chat. Just don't look at the chat, maybe, or something, right? Like,
Turn off the notifications for a little while.
yeah. So anyways, I'm going to try to get together with a few of these ladies and a few different leaders. And I really want to get something going where we can get some kind of daily idea for posts or something like that going up, so that it's not like people posting the same shit. All right. Like everybody posting the same post every day, but like giving you like brainstorm ideas. Because I think that's where a lot of people are just stuck. They don't know what to do, like what to put out there.
Dude, please use the app. Like, if you guys have not downloaded the Thrive app and you're not using it, oh my God, they literally,
I can't get on it.
like, they give you sample examples of what you can say. You have to change it a little bit before they'll let you copy it. And then it literally tells you if it's compliant or not. It literally tells you if it's compliant or not. And then they give you the photo or the video for you to post.
I was okay. And I was
Yeah.
don't change your name, because if you change your name, I was able to get on until I changed my name, and now I can't get on. So I'm trying to figure it out. But anyways, okay. All right. I love you guys. I really hope that you took away, seriously, like, very important things tonight, and you don't leave here. Okay, you know what? I'm not apologizing anymore, because if you took away only negative, that's all you wanted to take away. If you took away positive and you left inspired and you feel like you have a game plan, then man, you're about ready to blow it up, because you're going to be so focused and you're going to be following the right people and putting the right stuff out there and working on correcting the right stuff.
Negativity grows in silence. Okay. And so sometimes you just got to call it out and be like, listen, this is happening. It sucks. Yeah. But we still love you and we still love everything. And this is how we're being positive through it. You know, that's it.
And you know what? I just told you my track record. So, I'm gonna get myself accountable here. And so I'm going to have 10 for my PPA by the end of the month. Okay?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So I'm telling you 10, but I'm shooting for higher, but it will be guaranteed 10. And I'll just tell you right now, you guys, it is this. for the last 30 days. All right. It's this. So I'm owning it. By October 31st, it'll be 10 because I'm going to bust my ass to make it that way. All right. So I love you guys. I hope everybody has a good night. The recording will be up as soon as I can get it downloaded. Okay. Good night,
Bye.
you all. Bye. Shit. I meant to hit it end and it didn't.